Hi all, welcome to Yoga Foundations 45-minute class. Let's end the week. This is a Friday that we're doing it live. Let's get our head down. So bend the knees, hold the elbows, you're at the back of the mat and hang in ragdoll. Softening the knees, just gently swaying from side to side, feeling the ground. Let your head go, take the weight off the mind. At the same time, feeling your feet. Feel the heels, feel the big toes, feel the little toes, feel that connection to the earth. Breathing into the back of the body. Bend your knees a lot and take each hand to each ankle and then just draw the chest onto the thighs. Get your head down and then work your legs towards straight. See if you can keep your thighs and your abdomen as close to each other as possible. Gently waking up the backs of the legs. And now walk the hands out onto the floor into a bent leg, downward facing dog. Keep your head down, pedaling out your feet, feeling the backs of the legs. Breathing in and breathing out. Starting to get the breath nice and big. In and out through the nose, breathing out. Take the downward dog wide now and nod your head yes. Shake it no. Inhale deeply. Exhale, blubber your lips. Let your jaw relax. Walk the feet back so you're in a normal downward facing dog. Bend the knees, walk the hands to the back of the mat. And then make a fist at the base of your spine. Clasp your hands, lift the fist to the sky, let your head go more. And this time, activating the legs a bit more, lifting the knees, lifting the belly, lifting the fist higher and starting to squeeze the shoulders, switching on the back body. Really feeling your heels. So connection with your heels really connects you to the posterior chain of muscles, the muscles at the back that go all the way from through the backs of the legs, through the back. And they kind of switch off a little bit when we're at our desks. And exhale, bend the knees, crawl the hands forward. This time you're in plank with the hands underneath the elbows, underneath the shoulders. Push the floor away and broaden across the upper back. Now, take the ribs away from the shirt, so start to engage the abs, squeeze the thighs towards each other, and then drop the knees down, sit on your heels, child's pose. Now take the palms off, but keep the fingertips down. As your head comes down, draw back through the finger pads, feel the shoulders activating, feel your arms nice and active. Breathing in. And breathing out. Steady breath. Breathing in. And breathing out. Come onto your hands and knees. And let's just wake up the joints. Circling the wrists, the shoulders and the hips. Sort of making all four circles one way and then the other. Coming back to center now. Lift your ankles off and circle your ankles. Both ways. Replace your feet down. Turn your fingertips towards you and gently place the palms down if you can. Rocking forwards and back, stretching out the inner wrists. Just have a little check of your fingers. Make sure they're nice and broad, especially those texting thumbs. Rocking around, just feeling the stretch on your inner arms. Replace the hands on all fours. Upper back, a little twist now. Press left hand down, right arm up. Reach. Exhale, thread the needle, right ear to the floor. Walk the left hand out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Letting it go. Breathing in. And breathing out. Coming gently back to all fours, other side, left arm lifts. Exhale, thread it down, ear to the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. Lengthen and smooth out the breath. Exhale everything out, come back to all fours. A little bit of waking up of the hips now. Step the right foot outside the right hand. Front shin is vertical, like this. And we're just going to feel our way into the hips. So you can be on fingertips, you can be on blocks. And the knee presses into the upper arm if you can. And now take the chest forward. Really feeling that hip waking up. Feeling the inner thigh, feeling the back of the leg. Now, turn the knee out to the side. I'll just come forward so you can see. Drop the knee out to the side so you're coming onto the blade of that foot. Steady yourself with your hands and find a bit of freedom in that hip. Maybe making some little movements and circles. Feeling your way into your body. There we go. Very nice. So we're going to place that right knee just inside the right wrist and move the shin a little bit parallel towards the front of the mat. Pigeon, inhale, sit tall, slide the back foot back, but keep the toes tucked under. Puff up the chest, press the front shin down, so it's really like it's trying to make a dent in the mat, and walk the hands forward, steepling the fingers so the palms are off the mat like we did before, and draw back through the fingertips. So an active pigeon. A really lovely chance to get your head down. Any chance we can get to get the head down really helps calm your mind, calm your thoughts. So you're on the, if this isn't comfortable, come onto your forearms. Walk the hands back in. Keep the back toes tucked and come back into plank. Push the floor away, broaden across the upper back. Look forward, drop the knees and bend the elbows halfway without sagging the back. So just bending my elbows and not moving my back. Halfway if you can, if not just as much as you can do it. Then take the chest forward and up. Straighten the arms. Press the hands so the knees float off. Press the back of the head back like you're pushing into my hand, which is at the back of your head. And now look up, lift the chin up a little bit, stretching the front of the throat. Drop to the knees, sit back on your heels, child's pose. Walk the hands around to the left, twisted child's pose. Drop the right hip away from you, so pulling back along the right side of the body. Opening out the armpits, opening out the ribs. Sending more breath there. And walk the hands around to the other side. Twisted child's pose. And exhale everything out. Back onto all fours. So you're on your knees and now it's left foot forward. Front shin vertical and the knee pushes in towards the upper arm. Take the chest forward. You're in a lunge. You can come onto your fingertips to draw the chest forward. You can come onto your forearms, wherever you need to go to feel it into that hip. So there's lots of ways to do each posture. There's no right or wrong. You go to where you feel something good happening for your body. Okay, take the hands down. Now we're going to open the knee up to the side, coming onto the blade of the foot. Hands down, maybe even forearms down if you like. Making some little movements to open out that hip, maybe some circles or just backwards and forwards, side to side. Breathing there. And then come back onto your arms. Take the left knee just inside the left wrist and take the shin a little bit more parallel to the front of the mat. Tuck the back toes, sit tall, puff up the chest. Hello. And exhale, pressing into that front shin, fold forward, head on the floor. Steepling your fingers, Drawing back through the finger pads. Breathing in. And breathing out. So my back knee is off here. I'm still in the active phase of the practice. Oh, got a visitor today. Inhale, coming all the way back up. And then back into downward facing dog. So long arms, long spine, really lift the hips high and press the heels down towards the mat. Draw the belly in, lift the kneecaps. Big breath in, long, slow breath out. Bend the knees, walk the hands to the back of the mat. You're back in that forward bend with the hands clasped, make a fist, head comes down. And then slowly, slowly roll up to standing. We're going to do a couple of sun salutations from the back of the mat. You don't have to do them at the front. These are a little bit softer version. Okay, so standing at the back of the mat, big toes touch. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward through bent knees, forward and down. Relax your head. Inhale, walk the hands all the way forward. Exhale, separate the feet, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, bend the knees and bend the elbows. Halfway if you can, keep the ribs lifted like you're lifting them away from your shirt. Take the chest forward and up, upward facing dog. Hands press down, knees lift off, look up. Exhale, knees down. Step back, downward facing dog. Breathing in. I'm going to be here for 5 breaths. Breathe out 1. Hands spread nice and broad. Breathing in. Breathe out 2. So you can look at your hands and see if they're evenly placed on the mat. So I like to touch my little fingers to the edge of the mat. Exhale 3, staying with the steady rhythm, breathing in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Bend the knees. We're going to the back of the mat. Walk to the back of the mat. Slide hands up, shins, flat back, so halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale with feet hip width apart, come all the way up. And from there, we're going to come all the way down. Inhale, slide hands up, shins flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, crawl forward into plank this time. And exhale, lower the knees. We're going to come all the way to the floor. Bend the elbows with control, so you're controlling the descent. Inhale, up into low cobra. Press the tops of the feet down, even the little toenails, squeeze the elbows in. Squeeze the upper back muscles, chin in, face nice and soft, strengthening our back. 1 more breath in, 1 more breath out. Big breath in, and exhale, chin down. Inhale, straighten the arms, come onto your knees. Exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Just 3 breaths here, breathing in. And breathing out. See if you can get your inhale the same length as the exhale. Breathing in. Breathe out 2. Breathing in. Breathe out 3. Bend the knees. Look forward, but we're going to come to the back of the mat. Walk your hands to the back of the mat. Slide hands up, shins look up, flat back. Exhale, fold. See your navel. Pressing into the feet, come all the way up. Staying with feet hip width apart, press palms. Exhale, hands down by your side. Okay, warrior sequence. Turn the left toes out to 45 degrees. Step the right foot forward, so hips are, feet are hip width apart. And inhale, sweep the arms up. You're in warrior 1. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in, 3 breaths. Breathing out. Breathing in, hips face forward. And breathing out. 1 more breath in and reach. Hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, bend the elbows halfway. Knees can come down if you like. Inhale, take chest forward and up, upward facing. Exhale, chin in, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, walk to the back of the mat. Slide hands up, shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, hands down by your side. Other side, right foot turns out 45 degrees, left foot steps forward. Front shin verticals, anchor through the feet, arms up, warrior one for 3 breaths. Exhale, 1, feel your feet. Inhale. Exhale, 2, we're building every pose from the ground up. Breathing in, the pelvic floor lifts. Breathe out, 3. Inhale, really reach with the fingers, press down with the feet. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank. Drop the knees, bend the elbows halfway. Of course, you can do it without the knees if you like. Inhale, come forward and up, upward facing dog, knees off. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths, breathing in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Bend the knees. We're going back of the mat again. Walk the hands to the back of the mat. Slide hands up, shins, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pressing into the feet all the way up. Exhale, hands down by your sides. Warrior 2. So similar. I'm going to turn the left toes out 45 degrees. Right foot steps forward. This time your heels are in line. Turn your hips and arms out to a T. Inhale. Exhale, 1. So this is a whole body pose. Feel your arms stretching, feel your legs stretching. We must be on 3 now. Take a big breath in. Take a long, slow breath out. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Now you can stay in downward facing dog or join me for a push-up depending on your energy levels, or go to child's pose. Okay, so if you're doing the push-up with me, it's inhale, plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, knees can be down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Bend the knees, walk the hands to the back of the mat, slide hands up, shins, flat back. Arch the back, really squeeze the muscles in the back to strengthen them. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands down by your side. Inhale, right foot turns out. Exhale, left foot steps forward, heels in line. Inhale, open hips and arms to the side, warrior 2. Exhale, feel the feet. Inhale. Exhale, 1, really nice. Inhaling. Exhale, 2, so just draw your ribs in and drop your tailbone down. Exhale, everything out. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's all stay in downward facing dog at the back of the mat. Take a deep breath in. And a long, slow breath out. This time we're going to come to the top of the mat. So bend the knees, walk all the way forward to the top of the mat. Slide hands up, shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Press palms, exhale, hands down by your side. Very nice, everyone. How are you doing? Got a lovely forward bend coming now, Padangusthasana. So top of the mat, take your feet hip width apart, take your hands on your hips. Inhale, lift the chest, squeeze the elbows in, and exhale, fold forward. Take the big toes with your peace fingers. So really get into that inside of the toe, and take the elbows wide. Draw the head down. Now tuck your thumbs in. Your thumbs aren't involved in this. So with every inhale, lift the belly more, lift the shoulders and the elbows more, drawing on the toes. And exhale, fall forward with a long spine. So you can keep a micro bend in both knees. If you know that you're quite hyperextended in your knees, you can micro bend them. Enjoy the feeling of getting the head down and listening to your breath. Inhale, keep the grip up with a long spine. And exhale, release the grip. Now we're going to slide the hands underneath the feet. So you might need to bend your knees a lot to do this. Put the whole of the backs of your hand on the floor and stand with your toes in your wrist crease. If you've got chunky rings on and this isn't possible, go back to the one where you grab your big toes. Okay, head down. Now work your legs towards straight. Wriggle your toes into your wrist crease. And don't look around. So look at your belly or down just behind your heels. That's your drishti, your looking spot. So it's part of the focusing aspect of yoga. We focus on the breath and we focus our eyes, tuning out external distractions, bringing the awareness inwards. It's an internal breath movement practice. Exhale, everything out. Take the hands to the hips, inhale, and exhale. Bend the knees, slowly, slowly, come all the way up. Doing really well. Tree pose. So now we've brought our muscles into warmth. We've turned up the breath, probably a little bit more able to focus now. So shift the weight into the left leg, firm up the left butt cheek. Turn the knee out to the side, either staying in this low tree with the ankle on the calf or coming up to a higher tree with the heel on the inner thigh. If you've got the heel on the inner thigh, really push those two surfaces together. Wriggle the toes. Feel your toes here. Feel the toes of the standing leg. You might even challenge yourself to lift them all off and then spread them down one by one. Breathing in, breathing out. Optional, float the arms up. Now draw the ribs in, so no flaring the ribs. That just kind of puts a little bit of strain on the lower back. So drawing the pubic bone up, engaging the core. Press that heel in, really strong legs. And exhale, take the hands down. Take the knee to center and with control, take it down before shifting to the side. Firm up the right leg, butt cheek squeezes. Get into your tree on the other side, whichever version you're doing. And quickly pick a spot to look at. Turn up your breath. So you'll notice that we squeeze and lift the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. And we fix the gaze. We've got this kind of energetic connection between the base of the spine, Muladhara chakra, sort of the root, and the top of the spine, the eyes. So we've got this kind of, all the focus is coming into this midline, the Sushumna Nadi, the ray of light, the central energy channel. Bringing energy in on the breath, filling yourself up. Wriggle your toes. Lift your standing toes up and spread them if you can. Option to take the arms up. Lifting up in the pelvic floor, draw the ribs in. Really nice, everyone. And exhale with control. Ooh, take the knee back to center. Take it all the way down. Let's come onto the floor now via chair pose. So big toes touch. Heels apart, sink down like you're sitting in a chair, draw your tailbone down, but from there, arch up through the upper back, so the upper back muscles are shortening, and press the palms up. See if you can get the palms to touch, and now push the fingertips away, straighten out the thumbs, feel the back working, and feel the weight in the heels. Lift the thumbs and pinkies higher. Press the palms more. Really feeling your back switching on. Strong back, straight elbows. Squeeze the elbows towards each other more. This is called fierce pose, Utkatasana. Turn up your breath. Oh, well done. Exhale. Bend the knees. Come onto your heels. Now take the knees wide. Take those prayer hands down to the floor and let your head go. Oh. Breathing in. And breathing out. Now, slide the hands towards you. Staying on your heels, you can put some padding underneath your heels, a cushion if you like. Knees really wide, walk the hands out in front of you. And we're going to get the knees high up outside of the armpits and see if you can internally rotate your arms and shoulders back, clasping your hands behind your heels. Let your head go, or just keeping your hands in front of you on the floor. This is in itself a balance. You can come more onto the tiptoes. You can lift the heels a little higher if you want more of a challenge. Switch on your core. I'm even lifting my bum off my heels a little bit here. And wherever you are, release, sit down, keeping that same shape. Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose. Soles of the feet together. Draw the heels into the bum. Press the knees out wide, sit tall. Inhale, take a deep breath in, and exhale. Wriggle into the hips, coming forward with a long spine. Opening out the feet like a book, so my thumbs are on my big toe mounds, opening out the soles of the feet to the sky. My knees are actively pressing down, and I'm even using my elbows on the inner thighs to open out a little bit more. Trying to stay long in the front of the body. Breathing in and breathing out. Exhale everything out. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hold the big toes. Inhale, lift the toes off if you can, rocking back on the sit bones and maybe taking your legs out wide. I know we all love this one. Pulling up on the big toes and taking the chest forward. Doesn't matter if your knees are bent. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, take the feet together, clasp the backs of the knees, and draw the knees as far into your chest as you can, keeping the knees squeezed. And if you can, take the shins parallel. Okay, so you should feel your core starting to switch on here as you draw the chest towards the knees and the knees to the chest. If you can, without losing, opening up that gap, see if you can loosen the grip on the knees and take the arms alongside the body. If your legs do go wide, you can carry on holding the backs of your knees. 3, squeeze the knees in and together. 2, 1. Oh, crossing the ankles, rolling over, downward facing dog. Nod your head, yes. Shake it out, no. Inhale deeply. Exhale, blubber your lips. Inhale, come onto the knees. Exhale, tuck the toes and sweep the arms all the way up, reaching up. Exhale, hands in prayer at your chest and release the feet. Camel. Okay, so we're going to push the chest into the prayer hands and push the hips forward. Imagine you're squeezing a block or a ball between your knees and press the tops of the feet down. Even the little toenails if you can. Now starting to push the hips forward and leaning a little bit back, taking the chest towards the sky. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. If it's comfortable, you can look back. If not, keep looking forward. So we are firing up the glutes, firing up the quads, lengthening the front of the throat. You can even take the
thumb knuckles on the sternum and draw the skin and muscles down to stretch the front of the neck more. Oh, feels so nice. Slowly, slowly come all the way up. Exhale, sit down on your heels. We're going to go up again, so either repeat that or we're going to reach back for the ankles. So inhale, coming all the way up. Place your hands on your chest, so we know what we're doing. Squeeze the thighs, press the tops of the feet down, press the hips forward over the line of the knees, and now take the chest to the sky. Okay, option 2 is to take your hands on just below your lower back, on your butt cheeks, and draw the heels of the hands down for more support. Option 3 is to reach behind you for the heels for camel. Everybody's pressing the hips forward, squeezing the thighs, opening out the front of the neck. Relax your eyebrows wherever you are. Harder to take a deep breath here. See if you can get to a place where you can breathe okay. If your breath is really constricted, take a slightly gentler version of this. Pressing into the tops of the feet, release the hands. Come all the way up. And exhale into puppy pose. So walk the hands out. It's like downward dog on your knees. Your hips are over your knees. Relax your head to the floor. So it took me many years to love the sensations of camel. And it was only by doing it more and finding more openness that I really started to love it. So sometimes you have to go through a while of a pose feeling kind of uncomfortable before you get to that kind of, oh, the lovely ooh stage. And then back into child's pose. Sinking your hips down, knees nice and wide. Rock side to side on the forehead to release your neck. Very nice. Headstand prep. Obviously, if you have headstand in your practice, you can do the full thing. But I want us to get our heads down on the floor. Elbows on the floor, interlock the fingers, make a cradle with the back of your back of your head, and your thumbs are up. So place the back of the head in the cradle and then push down with the forearms. So your head is lightly resting on the floor. This may be where you're going to stay for today. Press the outer edges of the hands, so the little finger side down into the floor, so you're feeling really supported. If you want to go to stage 2, it's tuck the toes, lift the knees off and walk the feet in. Coming onto your tiptoes. If you do go all the way up, please remember not to kick, and it's one knee into the chest first, then the other knee, then lift the knees to the sky. Well, for most of us, this will be amazing, just taking the weight off the mind. When you've had enough, come into child's pose. Keep pressing the forearms down, so that's your main engine of support here. And then everybody, coming down, child's pose. Feel the breath move the back of the body. Swinging the hips around, lying down all the way onto your back for happy baby pose. So knees bent, take the outsides of the feet and take the knees towards the armpits on the outside. Your head is down, drawing the knees, using the hands towards the armpits, flexing the feet. Feeling the ground. Now we have got Gomukhasana, cow face pose on your back. Release the hands, cross the right knee over the left knee, like you're sitting cross-legged. Draw the knees in towards your chest like we did before when we were doing boat pose, and then take the ankles and draw the ankles out to the side and down towards your armpits. So outer hip stretch, you're probably feeling it on the outer right thigh, butt cheek. And breathing out. Release the hands and then point the toes, and we're going to drop the whole of that shape over to the left. So we're taking a twist. We're doing all our seated poses on our back. Take the left hand on the right knee and look over your left shoulder. So we can still get the energy moving through all these different pathways, lying on our backs. Opening out the nadis. Nadi means river. These are energy channels through which the prana, which means energy, and we bring it in through the breath, flows in our body. So we're getting the smooth flow of energy throughout our body. Okay, bring that shape all the way back to the middle, and then switch your knees over in midair, holding the ankles. Gomukhasana, cow face pose on your back. Breathing in and breathing out. Exhaling everything out, release the hands, point the toes and drop everything, the knees over towards the right. Place the right hand on your left knee, look over your left shoulder. Reclining spinal twist. And notice that when you draw your navel in a bit more and lift Mula Bandha, you might get a little bit deeper into this twist. Mula Bandha being the pelvic floor. So Bandha means lock, like binding. And we lock the energy in that we're bringing in through the breath by lifting up the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha, root lock. And sending the energy up through the central channel, which roughly corresponds to the spine. And back to center. Release. Come back into happy baby once more. If you want to grab the big toes and stretch your legs out for lying down angle pose, Supta Konasana, feel free. Oh. Now, wherever you are, take the legs in the air, soft bend in the knees, and take the arms in cactus. You can, of course, turn to a wall and take your legs up on the wall, or if you're next to a sofa or a chair, your legs can just go on there, on the sofa or the chair. Taking the weight off the feet this time. Slowing the breath right down. Release the feet to the floor, hip width apart, and windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Final release of the hips. Come back to center, feet flat. Take your hands in prayer and take the thumb knuckle to the third eye between your eyebrows and massage your forehead up and down. Your third eye, so that's Ajna chakra in the chakra system, meaning insight. It's where you have your inner vision, your inner knowledge, things you deep down know to be true. And when we quieten the mind and calm the body in yoga, these are the moments where we can maybe gain a bit of insight into ourselves, into the world. And then finally, releasing the hands. So we're going to lie down and do alternate nostril breathing on our backs, but we're not getting up. So get everything you need for your Shavasana, the relaxation at the end, so a blanket, whatever you need to keep warm, a jumper. Okay, alternate nostril breathing on your back. I'm going to come close to the screen so you can see the finger position, but you stay lying down. So I'm going to use my thumb to block off my right nostril and my ring finger to block off my left nostril, alternating this way on my back. So lying down, feet flop out. Relax your left palm and just take your right thumb to your right nostril. Make sure your right shoulder is as relaxed as you can. Block off the right nostril and we're going to inhale left for 1, 2, 3, 4. Block off the left with your ring finger. Release right, exhale right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying there, inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, switch. Release left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. Exhale right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. Exhale left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now release that right hand, but do the alternate nostril in your mind's eye. So inhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. Exhale right, just in your mind. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. Exhale left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Final round on your own. Staying with the rhythm of your breath. Ending on an exhale left. And when you've done your exhale left, let go of any special breathing. Feeling the mat, the floor underneath you as you sink down. Letting go of any tension that you're holding. So this is called corpse pose. It's Shavasana. It's where we release our physical body. We have nothing physical to do right now. Our body's almost like dissolving into the mat. We're going to be here just for a couple of minutes, lying down on the mat, enjoying the peace, bathing in the prana that you've brought in, letting go. When you're ready, gently starting to wake up the body, rolling over onto one side. Take a couple of breaths here like you're getting out of bed. And slowly push yourself up to a comfortable seated. We'll close the class with our usual one exhale humming breath. Press your palms on your chest. We're going to breathe in and breathe out with sound. Breathing in. Bowing down. Thank you everyone for joining this Yoga Foundations class. I hope you'll join me again soon.